Just watching. We're still under upper band on the RTH here. So the fade is still in play. What's your profit target? Because we're not far from RTH VWAP here. Or we weren't. We got down to it. Oh, all of it. Well, that might be a reason we don't win a lot of trades if you're always going for all of it. Be sure to attend group coaching today. We're going to talk about everybody long at upper value, expecting the move up that never came. So that's going to be group coaching's discussion, or at least one of the topics for discussion today. Cumulative delta looks bearish, guys. It does not look bullish. Took a short here at 67. No, 70. Small size. I might scale in a little bit. Of course, Robert. Happy to. We'll go through all of them. Come on. Lose this level. Cumulative delta's flat here. It needs to break. Could easily rally out of this hole. So just watching. Cumulative delta is still bearish. But price keeps going up. Talk about a divergence.
Oracle shares extend losses, last down 4.3%.
It's trying. Looks like it wants to grind through this. Incoming ba-boom. I don't know. That's IB high from yesterday. Bull's going to take this. Or is that a short squeeze? Liquidity sweep for another rotation down. We'll see. Sure looks strong, doesn't it? $24,000. Some liquidity. Or you could have just taken your 40 ticks and waited for the next setup. But there's always that. Or at least stop out of break even. I mean, I'm still short, so I shouldn't be talking. But if we don't get the rejection here, I'm out. Maybe they don't make it that easy for the longs. Who knows? Long's getting shook. And I'm out. Profit target hit, baby. 300. Held that short. Looking for the sweep at IB high. We got it. Rejection. 30 points down, 120 ticks. Shutting this account down. $300 again. I got to do this 2 more days. Payout, baby. Locking myself out. Dunzo. Let's switch over to my Apex account and we'll keep going. We'll keep trading, guys. Let's keep going. What's the Britney trade again? I forget. Well, that was a nice trade. I'm glad I stuck it out. I was giving myself, if we broke 24,000 and started ripping, I had to get out. I would have taken a decent loss there. Would have probably been around $400. That would have sucked. But, you have to, when you're in a trade, you got to decide where's my last line of defense? Where am I wrong? And where do I have to cut this thing? Right? So I was short, around here, which is the RTA 85, which is the RTH upper band. All right, we started trading above it, but we have IB high yesterday. We could get a little bit of a sweep and a rotation down. I don't think they're going to make it that easy on the longs, especially with a super bearish delta. So I decided to give it a little more room, and it worked out. Worked out. I had 8 micros. Ah, hit me one more time. Got it. Second IB touch. But does it count on yesterday's IB? Look at the Dow, guys. Anybody looking at the Dow? Dow and S&P 500 making all-time highs. Yeah, I had eight micros, J Scott, and yeah, I scaled in a little bit on the way up, looking to get a little bit of a bigger position, and then nothing crazy. I didn't even have a full mini. I've been sizing down the last probably week and a half. It's felt good. It's brought a little less stress. Just kind of chipping away at these accounts. And now we'll bring up my Apex account, which I'm not all that far from getting into payout territory on. You have to trade for what, 8 days on Apex? In a PA? PA is what they call a funded account on Apex. It's like the XFA. You know, Top Step has its own name for a funded account in XFA. Apex calls it a PA. Back down to VWAP. Seems like a good buy spot to me, but the delta's still bearish. Nice. And a VWAP. Morning, Nav. Good morning, Phil. Fritz, Marco, Lloyd, Jonathan. Kurt. Welcome everybody to who's new to the stream. So Lloyd's asking where in my chart can you see what I'm trading? And there's a watermark down here at the bottom. If you're not sure what I'm looking at, it's down here. Shows you what time frame and what symbol it is. This is the NASDAQ, NQ futures. This is the cumulative delta down here. This is my DOM that I'm trading on. And you'll be able to see my position right here at the top of the DOM. If I have a position. Currently my position is 0. I just started trading this account. Hit profit target in my top 1 futures account. We got a couple of great setups. Fade value or extreme long. Fade higher time frame price discovery continuation. Fade value or extreme short. Fade value or extreme short off of yesterday's initial balance high. In here was also an RTH fade. A lot of good trades so far, guys. A lot of good trades. CVD still bearish. So tomorrow, guys, for Friday, I'm going to be giving away our first Earn to Trade account. It's going to be their 50K career path account, which they scale as you do well. So they'll give you more capital to trade with as you do well in your account. So we're going to do that tomorrow. Earn to Trade, sponsoring that. We're going to be giving away a free account with that. Back test return to value on NQ. Setup number 2 out of the system. Number 3, sorry. Return to value. Break back into value. Back test short. Sellers are in the market. Dow's still hanging out at all-time highs.
Maintaining this time at the bottom of the hour to release the weekly natural gas change. Forecast to build of 68 BCF on the prior build of 55 BCF. Lutnick says Japan was never going to really open their market.
So Jay Scott said, fighting myself lately to focus on the ticks. You focus on tick wins, size doesn't matter so much. Exactly. Right? If you're trading a size and you're looking for more out of it because you want a dollar amount, you're screwing yourself because the chart might not be ready to give you that.
Lutnick says Japan bought down this house.
So, you know, I see a lot of people, and I mentor a lot of clients, guys. I see a lot of people turning winning trades into losers because they want more out of their trades.
Lutnick says
you know,
bringing in $40 billion a month.
Do you want to make money, or do you want to, have a beautiful chart with nice long winning trades? I'm here to make money. I don't care if my entries look short or I scalp or I'm taking 20 ticks on a trade. I make money, right? And I'm pretty sure everybody's here to make money. You can't have both. You want both, you're going to lose. The math isn't, if you're as a day trader, if you want to turn to swing trading, you might be able to do better. But with day trading, the odds are stacked against you. Time is not on your side as a day trader.
Like Nick says, first quarter next year will be great for construction jobs.
Time is on your side as an investor. Time is even on your side as a swing trader. Time is not on your side as a scalper or a day trader.
CGP growth next year over 4%.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Discord today, guys. It's working for a majority of people. CBD, still very bearish, guys. Straight down. We had that little pop that brought us to the IB high, which was a major divergence on the, not on the, well, actually, I have a different chart on.
Like Nick said, Europeans will lock
Yeah,
in.
it was a major divergence.
They'll learn.
Well, I can't see it actually on my other chart. Barely went higher in price, and we had a lot more buyers. So I think there's a lot of trap buyers here. I really do. I think we're going to probably go lower on NQ. We will see. So far, holding session VWAP. So as many of you guys know, I opened the Inner Circle waitlist yesterday. We have over 250 people signed up for the waitlist. That was way beyond my expectations. We're only taking 15 traders into the program, and a lot of really good applicants. So this is going to be tough. Very, very tough indeed. But I did enjoy, and if you don't think I'm reading all of your emails, I absolutely 100% am. In fact, reading your emails has been probably one of the most rewarding things I've done recently, aside from seeing some guys put up some big profits. I'm doing a new interview, watching this long opportunity that is starting to look like I wish I would have gotten in at the VWAP. I think it's too late here. Anybody get in a VWAP long? Tony, you can check through the announcements channel. There's a whole lot of breakdown in there about it. But the Inner Circle is going to be an exclusive, tight-knit group. It is going to be a premium, exclusive type of program where I'm going to be working with a tight group and bringing them to consistent payouts is the goal. So much, in fact, that I'm guaranteeing payouts for anybody in it. Nice, man. Who took the VWAP long? Anybody else take the VWAP long? Owen got it. Oh, he's going up to IB high. I like that trade. That's going to be a 50-point banger, 200 ticks. That'd be nice if you get it. I think you have a very high possibility of getting it. if the we can get a curling bottom on this CVD. The CVD is not joining the party quite yet. Man, I want to get long. I'm going to try it. Hoping this is a little bit of a micro pullback. Here we go.
Lutnick says the Koreans didn't sign when Trump was in. Lutnick says, notice how we didn't talk trade when Korea was in town.
CVD, man, not a lot of buyers, guys. Buyers tapped out around 10:09. No real buyers to be found in the last 20 minutes. Well, yeah, so Jay Scott says, I know there's a lot of subjectivity context for guaranteed payout. What would you expect the timeline for that to look like? You know, the program's going to be 90 days. So it's going to be 3 months
Lutnick says Trump will get
of intensive work. Now, how much in payouts? I mean, I think that's going to be, we're going to have to individually size that up, what that looks like based on each individual's resources. But the goal is to turn it into some consistency and getting paid for your work here. We'll see how the pilot program goes, Jay Scott. That would be awesome for sure.
No flexibility.
4 cohorts a year, quarterly.
One minute remaining. The EIA natural gas change.
But I don't know what you mean. I need discount for VWAP buying. I don't know what that means. So the program is going to be geared towards it's going to be tough to select really beginner traders, I think. I'm more looking for at least the pilot program. You know, I think anybody is a contender, but I think somebody who's been trading a while, knows what they're doing, but is really struggling with the consistency, psychology, discipline side of it. I think we can clean up their habits. I have a lot of different strategies and drills and practices. I think we're going to bring them through. There's going to be a lot of homework. But this is really to, you know, bring to somebody to where they can possibly make a living trading.
68 BCF.
There's a link, David, in the
Gas source and weakest of the
announcements. I'll put it in here too. CVD is green. But the CVD I see, the actual CVD is flat as a pancake here. It's going sideways. And we've been chopping around the RTH VWAP for the last 15 minutes. Okay. Let's see if we can get something here.
We have posted the EIA's weekly natural gas storage reports on the feed for those interested.
Here we go. Nice. Okay. LJ Biz is here. So currently I'm using just the RTH Open for the cumulative delta on NinjaTrader up here, and then I have it on the session open at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Tradebase. So I look at both.
Lutnick says, if tariffs above 10% consumers, companies are sharing the cost.
Nope, sorry guys. You know I'm doing like 50 things at once.
US natural gas futures.
Nice
extended
call
to
on that was
6% R30.
by
Lutnick
Fritz.
says, government of China is eating most of its tariffs.
Got a bit of momentum played out there. That was nice.
Lutnick says China is paying an average tariff of 50%.
Nice trade. Nice call, Fritz. So Ace, I haven't quite decided. I like the idea of running cohorts. And what I'm thinking is anybody who doesn't achieve the payout goal by 90 days gets rolled into the next cohort. I'm not giving up on anybody. They're either giving up on us because I'm not giving up on anybody. They'll give up on us before I give up on them.
Lutnick on TikTok says we are talking and Trump likes TikTok.
All right, so we're back to this zone. I'm going to call this a zone, which has been a rejection zone from here, 90 to 24,000. But we're picking up momentum, guys, so shorts are getting squeezed hard. This could be the run. Or they're just sucking everybody in. One of the two. I'll take the Madonna, for sure. Here it comes.
Lutnick says confident Supreme Court will side with the US on tariffs.
I'm in. Shorted out at 2 3/4.
Says public model has Trump support.
Are they going to run it?
Public could be this year. Lutnick says, I don't want to sell a lot of Fannie and Freddie. Lutnick says Trump wants to show how much Fannie and Freddie are worth.
added more. Click off a little size here. See if we can get a bigger rejection now.
Intraday record high. Lutnick says Trump wants mortgage rates lower.
I'm out.
Lutnick says Fannie and Freddie.
Yeah, JP, I'm pretty sure you're the one I heard it from. I didn't catch much on it. I caught, what, I was at 90 bucks. Caught like $10 on it. Couldn't get really a good price, and it's really not rejecting, and the delta is super strong, so I don't trust it. Took my $10 and run. Unless the delta changes here, which there is a little bit of a flattening. Picking up pennies here. Pop, you could always see what time frame on at the bottom here. There's a watermark right down here, guys. If you ever are wondering what time frame I'm on, or what chart, or what symbol I'm looking on, it's right down here at the bottom. It's always there. CVD still flat, which, I don't know. I'm not taking a trade here, guys. So as a reminder, we're going to do an earn to trade giveaway tomorrow, 11 a.m. We're going to be kicking off kind of a big earn to trade month here. We're going to be doing some giveaways. I'm going to be trading one of their accounts. Funded Next, also I have a couple of those to give away. I have a couple of Apexes to give away. I have a couple of top ones to give away.
Lutnick says Nvidia and Trump settled on 15%.
So we have lots of accounts to give away. Here it goes. All right, so this is starting to look like price discovery for real, for real. We might be on our way to all-time highs here. We got Dow 46,000. Yeah, I was able to pull a couple of tiny winners out of that, but wasn't pretty. And the CVD is not conducive. So do we look for the longs? I feel like the longs are going to be the play. This is starting to look like price discovery. I don't think they're going to give this level up too easily now. I think sellers are shook.
Lutnick's interview on CNBC ends.
Come on. Let's go.
Germany to extend and expand air policing over Poland.
There we go. I bought that dip pretty hard. What did Sonny say? If we appear to be in price discovery, is the setup to wait for retracement back to upper we know we might not get that because the deviation band's pretty far. So I think what we're gonna have to look for is late continuation longs, which appears on the profile. It's one of the advanced setups. Nice, JP. Welcome to the stream, JP. Sorry we missed you.
German army needs to add around 100,000 active troops to its current 62,000, according to the army.
I think IB high is going to be the back test long. Hopefully it doesn't rotate too long. You know, I feel like buyers need to defend these levels. We are building a bit of a distribution up here.
Russell 2000 index gains 1.3%.
Yes. I bought that dip again. We're not really getting much of a pullback. That tends to happen when we're in price discovery. All the little sell-offs get sold. So I'll hold on to one of these, see how far we go. Ooh. Big stop run candle there. I'm at my profit target. Let's see if I can catch a runner. Long at 9.5. It's very volatile up here. Clearly, people are doing some profit taking. And we got some sellers, so I'm out. Still at profit target, though. There's the rejection. And that's why I don't get greedy. I'd still look to buy these sell-offs. I feel like they're just going to flush out the weak-handed longs and just bring it higher. Be right back, guys. I'm gonna get a drink. Question. Hi, Chris. How often would you say levels are back tested? Is it a strong percentage? For example, do you look for that as part of your strategy? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. You know, if we're really strong, we might not get a back test. You know, as a percentage of how often it happens, I couldn't say. You know, I'd say it happens just as much as it doesn't happen. So, you know, I don't know, 50-50. I couldn't put a percentage on it. I wouldn't say it's a strong percentage. 50%, yeah. So Sebastian says weekly levels. Yeah, look at that. So this is gold. This is the longer term VWAPs. The green is the weekly VWAP. The blue and orange is the monthly VWAP. And you can see how these levels are being respected nicely on gold so far. And how well they have been. Crazy. Thing of beauty right there, Sebastian. Look at the last, you know, couple sessions. Long-term VWAPs are gold, huh? Are gold on gold. All right, I'll be right back. What do you think about this? Goose isn't even gonna recognize me. All right, what we got going on? Approaching the 11 o'clock hour. Let's do a little trader check-in, guys. How are we trading today? All right, not bad. Take a look. We got Rory's up and down. Chuck's down a little bit. Price Action Man's 6R. Nice. Great up until being stupid around IB. All right. Jason's green for the day. Kevin's learning. Christian's up 450. Carlos 230. Sunny red day. Saw some good setups. Some just didn't work. Yep. That happens. Impulse small green, focus on taking the levels and just going for it instead of waiting for extra confirmation and being late. I like that. You know, that's how I trade for the most part. I'll pass on trades, but because I don't like the action. But I generally, if I do like the level and the action is conducive, I'm taking the trade. Tony, great positive day, done and out. Awesome, Tony. Good for you. Nico, down but learning. That's all right. Hella undisciplined today. Robert, up 400. Danny, down couple hundred. Slightly green this far, says JP. Fisher, down a little. Nice, Tony. Allie was okay earlier this morning, then took a few bad trades. It happens. I think when more volume and things move faster, I struggle. That's something good to know. Then you might want to think about waiting and just using the first half hour to an hour as information gathering. Joshua, green day today. Good for you. Troy, green across 3 accounts. Nice. Shelly, red today. Held the lows for too long. Yep. Been there, have the t-shirt. Oh, man. Sebastian, up 400 on a challenge, up 150 on funded, down 300 on cash. I'm sure you'd prefer to have it the other way. All right, so that was kind of excess price, guys. So now if we look at the distribution here, let's make this a little cleaner so we can see it without all the stuff. Let me make this initial balance a little lighter here. It's a little dark. All right, so here's our volume profile. I want this. So the volume profile is kind of telling us a story here. All right. This is kind of our volume profile. Here's our value area high. Here's our value area low, give or take. Right? So far, this has been excess price. This has been excess price. A majority of our trading is done right here so far in balance. Now we can certainly keep fleshing this out to the upside, right? But it's really important to keep all this in perspective. I kind of like the long. I wish I would have gotten in a little lower here. Long at 89 and a quarter. Nice. Come on, push it higher. Damn. Some sellers are trying to push it down here. Dang. Let's go. Flush. Save that trade. I had to size up a little bit, but I did it quick on that flush. Do I get back in again? I kind of like it. No, I'm not. I'm actually going to cancel that. I'm going to wait. So now it's starting to look like a return to value, short. Back test upper band. Down we go. POP. Pop is doing well. Dan Corco up 430. Nice. All right, we got a question on the IB Delta. So the Delta, this is the last 20 days. All right, so our biggest initial balance over the last 20 days was 427 points on NQ. The mean, so the average is 166. So if I took all of the initial balance points over the last 20 sessions, added them up and divided by 20, I would get 166. That's the average. And then the 20-day minimum. So the smallest initial balance we had over the last 4 weeks is 53. Today's is 94 points. So we're a little below our average. It's a pretty small initial balance. Gives you insight into the volatility for the day. Leon, sometimes it does. Yes, sometimes it does not. Doesn't always. Up 374 in my apex. Beautiful. Back up again. It's 24,000 here. I'm at a flat 400. Yeah, I took another long trade there too, Fritz. It's looking good.
US Treasuries are auctioned $82 billion in 3-month bills.
Flushed out all the week longs.
$1 billion in 6-month bills on September.
Buy the dip, Estee. That's right. I've been saying that.
US to sell $82 billion in 3-month bills on September 15th and to settle on September 18th.
That's right. Manage your downside.
US to sell $13 billion in 20-year reopened bonds on September 16th and to settle on September 30th. US to sell 10-year 300 tips on September 18th to settle on September 30th.
Right. Struggling a little bit against IB high again. We do have a little bit of a low volume node at 9.25 ish, 9.5.
IMF says the Fed has scope to lower interest rates.
I don't think it's going to fade IB high now. We are losing a little bit on the delta, but we are in a clear higher highs, higher lows environment. All right, if we took away all the stuff, all right, we still don't want to lose insight of what the price action looks like either. Right, so if we took away all the stuff,
IMF says the Fed should proceed cautiously in lowering rates.
so now we have now that I'm a trend line trader, but it shows you clearly, what's happening still. So we could probably expect to make, Yep. I mean, price action is not lost on me, guys. Like, I think there's a lot of great tidbits in price action. I just think by itself, it's incomplete. I would also suggest sizing down. You're not hitting with 1 mini right now. So you're just digging. You're trading more size than I am. No, the chart at the bottom is from TradingView. Robert, I don't know what my next trade is yet, but you can watch the entire stream. It's been recorded. You can see how all of my trades panned out live, Robert. It's all recorded and available on my YouTube as is every single live stream I've done for the last 5 months, every single day.
And 0.2%
live.
is to be expected for both quarters.
So I appreciate you putting me to the test right now, but I've already been here for 2 hours. Robert, I don't work for you, so you don't get to demand what I do. There's no setup here, right? I mean, there's no fade and there's no place to get long at this point. So we wait. Hey, Lager. I just did that, didn't I? It depends. Not for the anchor period matters, Ehab. The time frame depends on the indicator. So like VWAP time frame doesn't matter that much, but the anchor period certainly matters. Same with volume profile. I have a lot of videos on that, Ehab. I suggest you going through the videos. If you're not in the free Discord, guys, jump on into the free Discord and watch all the videos in the free stuff channel. So, Robert, you see all these red arrows on the chart? These are all trades that we took in real time over the last 2 hours. I'm done for the most part unless we get another setup, but you know, we're approaching all-time highs, so there's not many price levels to go off of up here on the Nasdaq. You know, we do have this low volume node at 29, but we're rejecting pretty hard down here. So I don't know. We'll see. I don't need to take another trade. I've profited across 2 accounts so far. So we're going to keep buying these dips is the question. Everybody's trying to catch the breakout to the upside, and everybody's just getting trapped.
According to traders, Russia's ESPO-led crude oil exports from Far East Cosmino are set to drop to 4 million tons in September from 4.2 million tons in August.
Yeah.
So a bit more context in the latest headline. ESPO's Lend is a high-quality, low-sulfide crude oil from Eastern Siberia, Russia, primarily exported via the Eastern Siberia Pacific Ocean pipeline to Asian markets, particularly China and India.
Robert is annoying. Yeah, I agree with you. But he's probably not just annoying here. He's probably annoying in all aspects of his life. How you do one thing is how you do everything. That's interesting. The male Karens. So, Robert, I mean, there's a ton of free information. I wrote a best-selling book on Amazon based on my system. I trade the system. I don't trade your setups or whatever setups you think there are. So, if you want to learn the system, that's absolutely fine. You can do so for a very low investment. I give a course away for free. There's a free trial. You can get the ebook for as low as 10 bucks. So nothing crazy, if you want to learn it. This is live trading time though. So I actually have lots of time where we go over the system, we teach it. And, I'm not always in a trade. There's not always a system set up. So I have to wait for a setup. Robert, I don't have to give you anything. All right, I'm blocking you. I'm tired of you. All right, we're coming up to an LVN here, which is kind of interesting. Delta's still flat, but ascending. Yeah, I see that. So the volume has really died too. So anybody currently in a trade? I mean, you kind of want to be long earlier. This was the dip to buy. We hit point of control, a point of control, not the point of control. I'm actually 975 on Ninja Trader was the point of control. So we bounced right off of that. And now we're just kind of grinding up through this level.
Before we built, totaling $281.5 million.
This is the kind of price action where like it can jump like 20 to 30 points in the blink of an eye. I feel like it's just gonna go brrr. Some big, huge player is just gonna buy the whole book or sell the whole book. Yeah, every little thing is getting bought up, which is indicative of price discovery to the upside. So that's a great question, Jonathan. He said, what made you decide to buy the dip in the price discovery long just a few minutes ago? So when you watched how the price action behaves, especially on the DOM, there it goes. What did I say, guys? I knew that was coming. I felt like that was coming. Some big fat, I'm going long. Whoa, I took way too many contracts. Come on, let's go. Told you. Come on. Beautiful.
Hyundai delays Georgia battery plant construction after rain.
Eat that, Robert.
Hyundai LG battery plant construction to resume in 2 to 3 months.
What's funny is like, I'm sitting here and I'm like, this is kind of the price action where like some big buyer's just going to come in and eat the whole order book. And God damn it, that's exactly what happened. I've seen that one too many times. What's funny is I'm usually in the opposite direction when that happens, right? Because I'm always looking to, historically I fade strength. So I'm just used to that quiet before the storm and getting squeezed hard out of my short. After enough times you burn your hand on the stove, you say, oh, maybe I'll try and do things a little differently. So I recognize that calm before the storm before they sweep the order book to the upside. Good, Chuck. Good stuff, man. Still interesting place to get long, guys. This is strong. This is clear breakout. We got acceptance. We got direction. Direction. We got distance. All right. I went from up 400 up 645. And I'm going to shut it there. Nice, be random. So in price discovery, back to what I was saying on the DOM, you can see every time price sells up, they bid it back up.
5%. It's cover. There's 2 spots.
It's just like, if you're looking, if you've shorted a lot in strength, like you're almost always immediately trapped. So I'm just used to seeing it and feeling it by being an early short or trying to short strength. So I kind of can identify the conditions because every time it sells off, it immediately gets bought up. And you can see it on the DOM. Another thing is tick strike's really good at price discovery because it's almost like as soon as tick strike actually turns red, that's like it automatically gets bought up again. It's almost like the red is the green sign in price discovery. It's quite interesting from what I've noticed anyway. Nice, Nando. Good man. This is tick strike down here. This tells us the buying and selling pressure on ES, on NQ, on the VIX, and on the internals, the tick. How many stocks in the stock exchange are ticking up versus ticking down. So when it's red and clicking red, there's selling pressure. When it's clicking blue, it's buying pressure. And then it tells you to what level the pressure is. And you can hear aggressiveness, the aggressors on the tape. It's essentially an audible version of the tape. And price discovery, Ehab. That's not like an overarching rule of thumb. Yeah, Tick Strike is awesome. I have a whole video on Tick Strike, actually. I'll post it for you guys.
According to sources, ECB rate cut debate not over, but October 16th.
Class is at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Then we have crypto tonight at 7. This is Tick Strike. And I have this one on the DOM. Awesome, Leon. Yeah. And there's so much more to learn, guys. It's like you don't know what you don't know. And as you continue down this path, it's amazing. It's kind of like the curtains get lifted. And and then once you learn, have a lot of knowledge, the experience is what cements it and makes you better and better. And if you guys have read the book or been through the end of the book, we talk about making your own personal edge. I believe that discretion is your edge as a retail trader. And the more experience and practice you get with this particular system, the better you get. And your edge gets more significant. And then you kind of adapt it to your personality, your trading style, and you develop quite literally your own personal edge in the market. And it's kind of a matter of discovery. It's a matter of learning. The system is more of a framework than it is a buy here, sell there, do this system. Sellers stepping in, but the CVD is not joining the party, guys. This is more like a bull flag than anything.
In 5 minutes time out, actually.
I think this is still buy the dip.
So $100 billion in 4-week bills. The prior high yield was 4.175%, and the prior bid to cover was 2.7%.
Awesome, Gareth. Now, if I have used footprint charts in the past, I've learned footprints. I don't use them currently. I don't really feel I need them. I feel like I glean all of the information I need on order flow from the tools I do use. So I think they have a place. I think some people enjoy them and use them and find an edge there. But between the tools I use, between volume profile and VWAP, and then my other order flow tools like Tick Strike and Delta, I feel like I have everything I need to take good trades. I've tried a lot of things. Footprints, Bookmap. I've tried all these things. All right, guys. So I'm going to wrap up here in the next 5 minutes because we have group coaching today at 12:30. So I need a chance to eat lunch and get prepped for that. So if you want to trade in the lounge or the trading floor until then, you're welcome to do so in the premium group. For those on YouTube, if you want to join our group coaching, you grab a free trial. You can grab that in the link I posted before, traderdrysdale.com. Come and join us. We have a couple of topics. We're going to be talking about the advanced setups today, and we're going to be going over some price action from yesterday. A couple of core principles that we neglect and that are super important. Thanks, Sonny. So if you guys want to keep on trading, head on over to the trading lounge, the trading floor. I'll be with you guys in about an hour, and we'll start group coaching. Share your mic, share your screens over in that part of the premium Discord. I'm wrapping up a plus 645 in Apex, up 300 in my top one for a total of $945 across 2 funded accounts. All live on stream today. All right, guys. And then we have crypto trading tonight for anybody who wants to join us for crypto trading. We've been having a lot of fun with that. Trading with BTCC, I've copy trading with all that. We have breakout prop, which has like a $60 fee if you want to try your hand at crypto trading a prop firm. So that's at 7 p.m. tonight Eastern Standard Time. All right, guys, have a great afternoon. If you're not coming to great coaching, manage your risk, stay sharp out there. If you can't come to group coaching, I'll see you in the morning, 9 a.m., 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, New York Open in the Discord, 10 a.m. on YouTube. And we'll get after it. And for my premium members, I'll see you in group coaching in about an hour. Have a great day, everybody.